right, what do we have here? Oh, right, can't use that. Oh, but I can use this. All right, openings 3-4. We might not have a 3-3 invasion today. That'd be nice. Oh, pins are close.
Yeah, you'll be disappointed. There's 3 3s there.
No, not disappointed yet. Shut up. I don't see it on the board. Therefore, I'm happy. All right, so I got a 2-space jump here, which I would prefer. I think it's just an easier Joseki. Like, they drop down here, kick this, go into there, easy. Grab an extension, no one dies, nothing unusual happens. This is going to potentially meet into some pretty complicated stuff. Potentially, it's a question. Okay, that's not a question, that's just bad. Reason why that's just bad is because you play away, your opponent clamps, and then if we survive, it's gonna be not the worst thing ever, but we don't want to live like this.
I followed up it in a different way. I played in one of the spots that you would finish the Joseki on, G3.
Not bad. It affords white being able to go back and play the the tiger mount to potentially get some shape here. I would be more interested in just clamping and then dealing with it that way. Okay. But yeah, white playing away from here, very, very, very bad. This is just saying, kill me, I do not want to be alive anymore. And yeah, now we're running. So at best, we can anticipate no points here and an unknown number of forcing moves that's going to be going to black here.
I feel like I unfortunately chose the wrong direction of play to go with this though, and it bit me.
Yeah, so here essentially this is an example of why we say a weak group is worth infinity points, because they're just gonna start bleeding territory all over the place. Don't hurt your other stone. Right now, all we have to do is defend. I don't even care how. I would do it this way into here. If you want to just back off in one of these, that's also fine. It's not an issue. Just make sure you don't give up your stones. Otherwise, what was the point in where's the profit in ignoring you? Yeah, I do not like dying here. That's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That is technically okay. It's a little small because white's already alive right now, so white can play away.
Okay. I felt like I needed to make sure, just because of the way the game was going, and not to lie, Eric is stronger than me and has thrashed me every other game we've played. So the fear in me made me go, I should make sure that there's eye space, just in case.
That said, yeah, I would do a 1-point jump here to try to keep white unsettled as long as possible.
Okay.
This definitely don't want to play here because we have an overextension of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to, well, okay, I want to do 2 things at once, actually. One, I want to, actually, no. B2, we can treat as Miai. B2 and getting out, we can do either or. So yeah, I really want to just play this. Make sure this area is not coming under counterattack, which is also white's golden opportunity to ignore that one. And I don't even care where it's played. Just launch some sort of counterattack into this area.
Okay.
Playing there is a little bit small. Because yeah, if we play here and our opponent plays here, we get to ignore him again. Like the danger of G3 was dealt with. So after that, it's new business. We get to do whatever we want. All right, got a big move. Not bad. Question mark. I mean,
his only option is the R2 and the R3. He can slide into the corner, or
I just keep the corner here. Because white is gonna essentially, we want to make the bottom area as big as possible. So if we play something even as slow as this, and white plays here, might get this one for free too.
See,
Like
I
that's a
thought the
reasonable
corner.
number of points.
I thought the corner because I was at a 3-4 enclosure was too small where I could take away and develop the side up there
You're
because
not really
that's a
developing
small.
anything right now, though, is the problem. Because he's going to hit you here in Sente and then probably disinvade this because he has Miai life as well. He can
Oh,
play
okay.
here for life and he can kind of play here as well.
Okay.
So after that, we're left wondering what we're doing here.
Right.
Okay, so we did do the kick. Not needed, but it's not bad. Ouch. Okay, so this move is committing to giving black 5 lines of territory, which I disagree with because he's going to block that way. Yep. Does it matter if we prioritize Centaur or not? No, not really. I just play old school. So we're going to play this way. And now we have to immediately reduce it because if if black gets something like, go over here. Let's say black gets something like this. That's going to be game.
That was my plan.
It's just going to be way too large.
He didn't let me.
So right now we need to figure out instead what we can do here. I do agree that you don't have to answer the turn. But since there is the reduction, I'm not opposed to it. Because if black plays anywhere else, the fact that this is still on the board is pretty huge. Or if you want to play really aggressively, there's this because it threatens Ko for the 2. So you might even be able to use something like this to attack this wall of blacks if black doesn't play another move in here to defend. But if you don't want to play that aggressive, I get it. In which case I'm more inclined to play this one. Chances are we're getting kicked. Pincer here doesn't make a lot of sense. And then we'll just play something like this one. Which isn't terrible. We kept the big area, the 5 lines of territory out of our opponent's hands, which is all I'm really concerned about here. But yeah, here, if you're going to do that, you might as well Hane. This is specifically for when we want Sente. So we want Sente to play something else now. Whatever it is.
I just want to mention, I saw a move the other day that I just want to see if it works here. In response to 1 in this diagram, I saw a similar position where white responded at Q8 to move number 1, which I thought was kind of interesting. I don't know if this was the exact position, but it was kind of a cool.
Yeah, it's playable because of S4. Because this one right here, yeah. This does make that into Vicente into here, which we very, very careful in this position because we'd want a Hane, but we can't hold it. So it gets into a bit more of a fight, but we're still securing black's territory, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
So here, I might hit this first just to create a cutting point. That, I feel we could definitely give that up. Do we want to, though? If we're going to save it, it's to attack. If we need to attack, we need to get stronger first. That's essentially a simple golden rule of attacking. You give it up. Okay, that's fine. That's greedy. Kill off the 1 stone. Because this is just 3 lines of territory. If white, for example, defends that, well, there's 3 lines of territory right there. So that negates it, balances.
Yeah, I wish I had saved that C7 stone because saving the stone gives me the option of attacking his group.
Yeah, so if we're going to do that, I'd be more interested in playing something, anything
like D8. I kind of wish I
here
played
first.
D8.
Yeah, before playing here.
Oh, okay.
Because the idea here is we're trying to prevent black from being able to run out easily. And if one's already in place, we're kind of anticipating the running battle. Is that to occur?
Yeah, I was sorry as white that I didn't move out with that stone because I wanted to maintain the option for attacking that group.
Mm.
Oh, but I guess I did still.
Yeah, this whole fight, I think, was a lot of very poor choices by me.
I mean, you're about to die, but aside from that, it's not going too badly. Just get rid of the stones.
Just
you
get rid
didn't
of
want them. Can you actually live here?
Yeah, I didn't find G6. I think I played G7 instead.
Maybe this into this?
That's what I played to live.
Wait, did I actually play G6?
No, I did.
No, what did you play? You played this one. Same thing. He's surrounded.
Oh, it's the same thing? Okay.
Okay, now you're dead. We have to give up stones here if we're going to play this. Because if we connect this, we're dead. This is not going to work, unfortunately, because of liberty shortages, 2 to 3. So,
but there's a sequence that black can play instead of this, where he plays like H6, and yeah, there's a sequence that I was.
Oh, this one?
Well, no, but black plays H6.
Lahane?
Yeah, and then Atari, and then you play F8. It's a thing where you get to surround white and you get some exciting stuff.
Well, the thing is, white's not surrounded and can't be surrounded because there's no net here that works, right? So we'd have to wind up pushing or something, and from there.
What was really the thing is, Eric, is you didn't notice that you could kill the group for a while, and neither did I. And when I did notice it, I think it was easily 20 to 30 moves after this when I saw it, and I covered.
I'm still looking at a thing here where black has something like J6, and maybe black gets a little attack on the white stones at the bottom to help solidify, and then net.
Well, the bottom stones are completely alive, right? Because with this is a 3, 6, 9, maybe 10 or 11 point eye space. And the trouble is there's no eye here. Right?
Okay.
And no matter what black does, white has eyes. So it's gonna always be one eye versus no eye at the worst.
All right.
I think if black tries really hard, maybe there's some kind of Seki like in this side, but even that's a huge stretch. Because it's hard to imagine
H2.
like
maybe using H2 instead of J2. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine like a shape in here that can be played to make that work. H2. Yeah, H2 is just going to go into a life. Even this, I think, still lives because there's no dead shape from this position, right?
Oh, right. The H2 it loses its potency once the Atari at J5 has already been played. Okay.
Yeah. Anywho,
all right.
What else happened in this game? So going back and forth here. Yeah, that throw in there is what unfortunately allowed him to live. Yeah, that just needs to be here. Take his shape point away.
Oh, so the throw in doesn't really do as much as the.
Yeah, because he's got an eye there at C5, and we can't really play this right now.
Yeah, he'll still get 2 eyes with C6 or something.
So unfortunately lost that potential. You connected under. Do we have to do that right now? I guess it's safe to do. Sure, why not? Doubling up on it isn't terrible. I'd probably poke at it and see what's going on here. I think right now you can be fairly happy what's going on. I don't really see large areas of points for black. So to be honest, even something as simple as playing passively from here is going to work. And the reason why that is just really quickly eyeballing points. We've got like 4 something here. Something here, I don't really know what. Maybe something in this side. And whatever the bottom is. But there's also 2 weak groups. And again, those are going to be worth infinity points for whatever black tries to do. Like if black tries to like build up something here right now, any kind of cap on the left just aids in your ability to get in more on the right, because we're going to get stronger
Yeah,
here.
well, that's
Assume this
why
is alive. It's not.
That's why I played the C10. I thought it was worth being solid there.
It can be, but you have to be a little bit careful because you're offering up a Co for life in the corner. So got to be a little careful of that one. Ooh, don't target cutting stones. Unless it's a life or death. And here it's not.
So what do you think about white cutting at N16 before protecting the corner? Is that okay?
I think it's risky because again, there's a potential Co on the top side. Because we can't just back off from here.
Well, white has a whole
we're
bunch
dead.
of co threats because of that cutting stone, right?
Yes, but the thing is, since white isn't alive in the corner, black can respond really passively right now, because at some point we need defense in the corner.
Yeah.
Since it can be killed still, so it's hard to like attack the outside when the inside isn't completely alive yet.
Okay.
And yeah, here don't try cutting stone, or give them. Oh, okay, we're trying to build, I guess. Not as big as you think it is, because now white can
Ryan, did
seriously
you
build
see
the top.
M17? Was that an intentional sacrifice?
M17, where are we looking here? Oh,
Here.
yes, it was.
Okay.
I wanted to have the forcing move at L16 is what that was about.
Okay.
I like cap on left to reduce right, or expand top, like
Because
whichever.
I just felt really good about my M17 because now that took care of all my trouble in the corner.
Yeah, and it gives no source of territory as well. Yep. So I'm reducing. Technically, this is probably better for end game, but it's fine. I think this is kind of the small side still. I'm kind of interested in what this group's doing still. Just getting some pokes. We're not really trying to kill anything here. All we're really trying to do is get more shape in the middle to make sure that black can't keep growing the right-hand side. Because black does have a couple of annoying forcing moves. Let's say if black plays here, for example, we have to kind of go back and kill this off. And then if black like shoulder hits here, you can kind of see how the right is beginning to grow. So getting Sente here.
K16,
kind of,
that's what I meant. That's the forcing move I wanted when I played the whole M line ordeal. Because that's I knew I needed the left to connect to the right somehow, because that was not alive and that was a big concern.
Definitely to play this sooner rather than later then, because if we don't play it, we're going to lose our chance too. Yeah, this is a little slow. Ooh, that's definitely slow because you're already alive here, and the top is still is being contested. I'd rather never play that move. I'll play a shape move instead. That helps me get to my other group. Because here it's just like, hey, you want a second chance at cutting me apart? Because your cutting point is not defended yet, and you're not connected. So it's got a 2-for-1 deal going on here. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't do that, yeah. Front row. Yeah,
this is where it actually got really interesting.
This isn't bad, but I'm kind of interested in poking here first to see what black's initial response is going to be. Because I don't think black can allow that cut to take place. Because the left is not going to be able to survive. So I'd like to poke the shape point. Just see what's going on here. And let's say we get a really passive response. Well, then we might get a force move here as well. So this is just killing the 3 stones in the center completely.
I don't know. As black, if white forced with F12, I might be inclined not to answer that. I would answer.
Yeah. I wouldn't play F12 immediately. Oops. I wouldn't play F12 immediately. I'm just wanting to see what the answer here is. Because I'm assuming it's going to be this, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, that one makes sense.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to go back and do whatever. Which admittedly is probably getting... I can see a reason for this. Anyway. Yep, that's safe because both groups are fine. Does that work? Do I want to say you're dead? Because we got this, and we've got this, but
I read that out so many times. It does in fact work no matter which way I do it.
Yeah, I was unhappy losing those 4 stones.
Okay, this is interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. As long as white doesn't die in the here, that's fine. Ooh, that's risk. I don't think we're cutting that. Because this would have to work, and it doesn't. So the cut's a bit of a unplayable position. Yeah, that's a little bit of an ouch. I think that about covers this game, though. It looks like we're going to end game from here? Question mark.
Yeah, it's mostly end game from here. Yeah, pretty much. There was definitely a lot of mistakes in the end game, but I feel like they were very clear looking at them in hindsight.
Yeah. Yeah, should be. As long as we get like it comes up down to like who gets like this big point because that's threatening to kill things, and
Yeah.
taking this is really huge now that we're in end game.
I tried,
Whoever gets
but
this
Eric's streak remains unmarred.
one. Any question about the game?
No, thank you very much.
Thanks. Appreciate it.